Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Brain Gains.
Brain Gains.
Making some gains for those brains.
Ooh.
What we have this week is a really good email, okay? This email is from Paul Staunton, okay?
Oh, we like Paul.
Yeah, I like Paul.
Yeah, he's messaged me before.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
Basically, Paul's wondering about if he had a history of mainly doing aerobic-based exercises, like your LSD, long-distance events, long-distance rowing, stuff like that.
Got a bit wobbly.
Oh, sorry guys, a bit of a malfunction.
Remember that?
Yeah, I'm liking that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so it could be, can that be counterproductive to him starting a strength-based program? Okay, basically guys, the answer is yes. Okay, is it permanent? No. So, what you want to remember here guys is that you've got different muscle fiber types. Okay, you've got your type 1 and your type 2. Those different muscle fiber types help the body deal with different stresses that are being placed upon it. Now your type 1 muscle fibers, they are more based to deal with things like endurance events, okay? They're smaller in diameter and they're also weaker. Your type 2 are bigger and they're stronger. They're able to deal with things like your strength-based training, okay? They've got more room and potential for growth, hence why people can make some gains, you know, build some hypertrophy. You've only really got to look at the two different physiques of, say, a marathon runner and a sprinter to really see, you know, that different development, with the type 1 muscle fibers being more into the endurance athlete, and the type 2 muscle fibers being more present in your, say, your sprinter. Now, somebody that has been doing a lot more events like, say, your marathons or your long distance events, your long slow duration, what's going to happen with them is their type 2 muscle fibers are going to start behaving a lot more like type 1 muscle fibers. Therefore, they're going to be probably smaller. They're probably going to be weaker as well, okay? This can be trained out, guys. It can be reversed. However, it's going to take a little time for that to happen. However, the flip side to that, guys, is don't think that, you know, if you're doing a lot of strength training and stuff like that, that you're going to be able to turn your type 1 muscle fibers into type 2.
That won't happen.
No,
that won't happen.
That's not happening. You know,
no.
If you've got
Wishful
good parents,
thinking.
you know, then you're gonna be gifted with more type 2 muscle fibers.
So you can blame them if you're not.
Yeah, you can blame
your parents.
Blame them, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Also, hormones, guys. Hormones play a role, and if you have been doing a lot of that LSD and long distance running,
let's just confirm LSD.
Yeah, not what some people may think it is.
Just want to clarify.
Let's clarify that that's long, slow duration, guys. For any of you viewers out there not sure what that is, it's not.
Yeah, we're not having funny weekends.
Yeah, lots of LSD is not going to have an effect on your muscle fibers. Well, it might do, but not in a much different way, obviously. But yeah, guys, hormones. What basically you'll find, somebody's doing a hell of a lot of aerobic-based training and distance events. Sometimes they can find they're getting abnormal levels of cortisol, which is a stress hormone, which is going to have an adverse effects and negative effects on your anabolic hormones, like your testosterone and stuff.
Well, that kind of makes sense as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because if you're doing more endurance-based training, you're obviously doing it for a longer period of time.
Exactly.
So more cortisol is going to be released.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not saying that if you're going to be interested in making some gains, strength gains, that you should not cardio-based train on the head. Maybe you want to make the switch into doing, say, some interval training.
Yeah, that's it. Interval, fartlek training, more high intensity.
Yeah.
And I think, again, you've always got to remember, cardio-based training doesn't have to be on the treadmill.
Exactly.
Or anything like that. You know,
exactly.
If I got you doing 5 minutes worth of kettlebell swings, you'll be blowing.
Definitely. Well, I would be,
Yeah, you'll be blowing. So, you know, but it's still a cardiovascular exercise.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just on those machines pounding away.
Agreed, definitely. Yeah, it's cool, man. And basically, you know, with the hormone situation, that thing again could be reversed. So the way you're going to reverse that, guys, is being on point with your diet. You're going to be making sure that you're increasing your protein, so you can get that protein synthesis happening again, whereas that testosterone starts to rise, and also making sure you're on the ball with your trace elements. If you go back to a few videos ago, Nick's talking about zinc, how important that is in that testosterone production. And finally, guys, the nervous system. Okay, so you know, with your muscles, guys, you're always going to contract from smallest muscle fibers to largest first, okay? And if your body's constantly used to being having to contract those type 1 muscle fibers, because it's always doing that type of training, you know, the endurance-based training, it's going to struggle to make that switch over to doing, you know, resistance that's high intensity, okay? So again, that's something that it's going to take a little time for those effects to maybe subside. So it doesn't mean that if you are somebody that has been doing a hell of a lot of aerobic-based training for a long period of time, that you're never going to be able to be, say, big or strong. Just means that this is going to take a little time. It may take around roughly, say, about 8 months for that to be trained out, and then I'm sure you'll start to see some good effects from your training.
Yeah, cool.
Anything you want to add to that, Nick?
No, I think that central nervous system one's the key kind of point, and that I think just emphasises even more the importance of training through all the different elements, your endurance phases, your strength phases, and your hypertrophy phases, to make sure you're hitting all of those muscle fibres to get a good kind of overall strength and almost roundness of those muscles.
Of course, yeah. So, you know, being on the ball with your periodisation.
Yeah,
maybe.
massively.
Good stuff.
Cool, excellent. Who was that one from?
Paul Staunton.
Paul. Cool.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul, for that one. We've got another one. Let me have our emails. Where is it? Oh, we've blocked out. Peter Boyce from Feltham.
Feltham? Not far from me.
Is it not? I don't know where Feltham is.
It's down the road.
I thought they were those little things you used to play with as a kid. These felt.
I don't know. Never heard them.
No.
Sounds good. Sounds good though.
Yeah, it was fun times. Yeah, we were on a budget as a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, so he sent in saying that he's heard that squats increase the guns. Is it true?
Ooh. Well,
squats increase the guns. What are you reckoning?
In a roundabout way.
Kind of does.
Kind of does.
To a degree.
Yeah.
So, do squats increase the guns? I'm assuming by that he's talking about his arms.
Yeah, not his AK-47s.
His actual guns. I don't think they have a great deal of effect on those.
Not really, no.
If we're talking about arms, which I'm going to take it as it is, then to a roundabout way, as you say, it kind of does. Reasons why is they're talking about with squats is any kind of lower body or exercises really help increase testosterone and growth hormone released within the body. However, any kind of movement, any kind of muscle contraction will also do that. Yeah. So, to give you an idea, Dan, can you wiggle those ears?
I can't. If I've been told that if I could wiggle these ears, that the amount of like force that they would produce could
make the world spin the other way.
It would do, yeah. The gravitational pull, solar system, basically. It's just not a good idea.
Okay. So we won't do that.
No.
But if you could, there would be some movement there, and therefore we'd actually be still releasing some growth hormone and some testosterone.
Right.
By doing that. Now, the reason why they say squats will increase the size of the arms and things like that is because obviously squats involve much more bigger muscles. So obviously if they're bigger muscles and they're under a lot heavier contraction, because obviously they'll be able to lift more weights because they're bigger muscles, they're going to produce a lot more growth hormone and testosterone. But no matter what you do, it's still going to release that. So whether I'm doing those bicep curls, I'm still going to get that extra release of those hormones. However, it will obviously be a lot less. Does it have to be squats though?
No.
What else can we go for? What else?
No,
you don't like doing squats, do you?
No, I'm not. I'm not dead against them, but personally, I've found that I've made better advances with my leg training using the leg press.
Leg press,
and leg press again is something. It's a big compound movement, so it still recruits a hell of a lot of muscle fibers.
Absolutely, yeah. So again, leg press, excellent alternative that you could use.
Definitely.
Still uses all those muscles, so mainly your kind of quadriceps, your hamstrings, those glutes as well, all big muscles, which are going to help increase those hormone levels. Certainly not an age thing, is it, that you go for leg press?
Might have a little bit something to do with it.
Yeah?
Might have. Might be creeping up on me a little bit. Yeah, knees a bit sore now.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Cool. And but they're kind of the main reasons why. So it doesn't have to be squats, could be kind of really any exercise is going to do it. But the ones that increase the amount of muscles that are used, they can take on more pressure, so you can actually lift more weights.
Yes.
They're the muscles that you want to be working to get those increase in those hormone levels. And again, bigger range of movement, you're going to be able to lift more over that time. So
that's it.
again, big results in those.
Yeah. So, you know, the main thing to remember is that you're not saying not to do any arm-based exercises.
No, not at all.
You want to stimulate
Still
the
got to do
hypertrophy,
those.
but also that by doing these big compound movements, you're going to be recruiting a hell of a lot of muscle fibers. So that's going to obviously lead to optimal levels and a nice anabolic environment.
Massively.
Which is what we want if you're trying to make gains.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Good.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Like that.
Brilliant.
So thank you, Peter.
Thank you,
for
Pete.
your question.
Keep them coming, guys.
Yeah.
We love these emails and we love doing these videos. So if you could keep those emails coming in and giving us some feedback, and please, as always, like and share the page. I've been Dan.
I've been Nick. It's been a pleasure.
It's been good.
Oosh.